for our new building. She's planning. Wow. Thank you. She's planning. Now leaving the soil. Leaving the soil. She's leaving the soil. Leaving the soil. Can never be yours. Thank you, our chief guest. Thank you. Thank you. She's now watering. She's watering. She's watering. Watering our feet. Thank you. Thank you. And sports. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful job. You are going to plan the second trip. Our people, as you can see, free the second trip. Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you very much, Honorable. Jamtai, Kibokol. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing planting of trees by. We are going to the next planting of tree. Group photo. You see, we have a woman who is a director. But you don't know women now who are going to plan. It's our
that will accommodate all the police force given our situation. We want to thank the Inspector General of Police for presiding over this, and we want to appreciate the Minister of Internal Affairs. I'm saying this for God and my country.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, giving the soil.
You see, you have to keep these trees. Keep our trees.
We are going to have a group.
And this will leave a legacy for the rest of the
A group photo is going to be taken by honorable MPs.
That today he has witnessed something he has never realized in his life. To build such a big house like this one, like the police station of Bukwo, is something very big in this area. That he was together once some time back with the Chesang Fred, the PRO of Kapchorwa, when this place was just a bushy area. Now, for him, he's saying the building they were commissioning today is for their grandchildren. That for him, he doesn't want to talk a lot, or he doesn't want to take a lot of time, but he's thanking the police fidelity of what they are doing. Also, he's also thanking the DPC once again because he always go to the radio and he's doing real community policy in this area. That any emergency which happens within the Bukwo area, he always responds in time. That also he thanks the police because they have given them the hospital within the police whatever community. This hospital, they treat people freely. They don't charge them any single coin. So he thanks the police, especially Madam, who has commissioned the police, and he thanks the entire police for the work they are doing today. That this village is called SSL. No, the chairman who is now on the behind the mic is called Taskin Barwa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm privileged today to stand before you for this important day of commissioning this big facility. I must thank the government of Uganda for remembering us to bring such a facility here. I'm sure it must. I'm sure it must have some effect on performance. I'm sure police officers will be very comfortable and work better than usual. Because remember, they have been in that hot environment there. Now they have come here. They started off the whole Kampala now, which is very comfortable. Thank you very much. So, Madam IGP, send our greetings to His Excellency. In fact, I'm the rock for it. Bukwo Town Council. I've come with my team. Well, here in Bukwo Police Station, who are very cooperative. In fact, the DPC and his team are one. And my offices and their offices are public offices. We share all the information and we are comfortable with them. Thank you very much for sending them to us. In fact, they are very quick in responding to problems, such that now you can see the place is a bit fairly secure. In fact, mine is just to tell you that we have welcomed the idea of the facility and that we are also happy that the manpower has swollen, police manpower has swollen. I thank the government so much. And I'm sure all other corners we have never had any police officer are having now. If there's any complaint in any corner, then very few. I think crimes are going to lower now. I think government is very sensitive now on security issues. At this juncture now, I don't have much, but to thank all of you for coming. I'm now asking you to be very comfortable. The chairman, LC5 of Bukwo Protocol Observed. You are most welcome to this function. I'm Assistant Commissioner of Police, Iliga Dauda, the Regional Police Commander. On behalf of the region and the team of Bukwo, I welcome you to this function. Before I want the DPC to say 2 words. You know, we will say we came here and he didn't speak. So 2 words I want to give him before I make my remarks. It will be unfair for him.
The Regional Police Commander and your team, the DPC Bukwo and your team, all other security agencies represented here, the district councillors, the chairperson of sub-counties, through the Assistant Inspector General of Police, for giving Bukwo this fantastic facility. I am almost concluding 3 years here, and the first time I came here, I was worried of 2 people in the police. The police officers themselves and the people they were putting in custody. The accommodation for the 2 was the same. So I was wondering who was being punished and who was staying in a comfort. We had a visit by one of your colleagues when he came to commission one of the residents up there. And we actually raised our complaint that this place should be held fast. And I think that meeting is the fruit of your presence here today. A number of things have been talked, but I want to appeal to you to convey to whichever department or agency in the police this issue I want to raise. Bukwo district, as you have been told, is a district of 17 rural sub-counties and 4 town councils. Most of the time, when you pass this place, as it was with Uniport, because now we are shifting this area, you would think there is a function here. You will find groups of people negotiating, I don't know why. And the issue I want to raise is logistics, transport for this place. The place they have told you long on is down. And the road is, you have to go through the mountain to slope up to there. So if you have to rescue a situation under the police command, it means you need to have sound vehicles. There is a place called Kapsarur, it's next to the national park. During rainy season, it's almost impossible. But it's one of the sub-counties also where there is a lot of criminal activity. And if you have to reach there during the rainy season, you need a sound vehicle. The prisons would talk on their behalf, but I want to say something about prisons. The prisons we have here is almost at the border with Kenya. And these people, to bring those who are supposed to attend court, have to walk from that corner up to here. Maybe they start their walking at 5 or 4 to reach the courts. So we want to request you to convey this request that Bukwo is grateful for the facility, but they are constrained by lack of transport because of its strange terrain. I want to stop here and I want to thank you for maybe so many other good things to come to Bukwo. We have a very modern one other point swamp. It is yet to be commissioned, and so we expect a number of activities to take place in this district, including the region, and some of those activities are going to be criminal activities. So request that after giving this number of personnel who are now in the sub-counties, you may still need to boost the number of personnel in the district. I want to thank you and I want to thank everybody for coming for this function. Thank you so much for God and my country.
That the security situation of Bukwo is now a bit calm, and we thank the government of Uganda for the efforts they have made, more so in the security sector, in trying to ensure law and order in our community. We don't take it for granted.
Asante sana.
As a district, we are much grateful for the structure here at the offered to Bukwo Central Police Station. I say that so there are other districts that have not gotten such facilities, and as a district, just as we have gotten it, we are grateful to the government of Uganda. This is we are in the process of inspecting it with the IGP. We saw it that is a fully fledged structure with all the departments. And the last time our staffs there and the inmates, they have been facing a time with the sun. And we are now sure that the situation, the environment of both the officers and the inmates are now conducive. Um, I want to also appreciate the department and also the following directive of His Excellency the President to ensure the deployment of all the administrative units. We are grateful that we have also received the police officers they have deployed the administrative units right now, and we believe that is going to help the district reduce the congestion that we have been having within the central police station here. And I know some people that have spoken about certain things concerning the issue of transport. That is in the site of the prison. I know it is another department, but it is still. It is our plea that you extend to the other role, the officers side that can be taken up, to ensure that our prisoners are also safe in terms of the transport. And the other request, I would also like to use the opportunity to request for the construction of the outpost, so the uniforms in the request for the construction of uniforms in the outposts, construction of uniforms, construction of uniforms in the outposts that are recently aware that the local leader actually often learn, and some of these administrative units, they have also taken an effort to reinforce each other officers. It is our plea and a request as a district that you help us take on this matter, and we shall as well be grateful. Otherwise, I don't want to speak alone. Allow me to end them for now.
I'm one of the members of parliament in this district. My county is called To, just across from there. Let me take this opportunity to thank you very much for coming to or commission this facility, and in a very special way, thank government through your leadership of the police for identifying Bukwo district that they need such a magnificent facility. Our chief guest, when you follow our history, we have come from very far. We have come from very far, and before to 1986, this area was just a crime scene all the time. This area was sparsely populated because before 1986, as you may be knowing, our government had totally failed. So from 1986, when the NRM government came in, we saw some light. And that light came gradually up to now. You have seen how the place is. Nobody before 1986 would admire to come to Bukwo. People would be transferred here, the next day it goes back. But now the majority of our people who are transferred to Bukwo, they actually admire the area and they don't feel like they're going away. Why? because the security has now improved. And I want to assure you that our government, as you may be knowing, have known that without security, there will never be any development for our people. So I thank you very much for having put security as a first priority. We had originally external forces from our sister country like Kenya that was then squared by the UPDF, even if there are still some remnants. But at least we appreciate our UPDF for the work that they have done. We also had our own challenges here. We had criminals internally that were supposed to be handled by the police. And I want to report to you that the police have done great job. The police that we have now are pro people. Our chief guest, such functions always are for counter accusations. Oh, your police are doing this, or your police are doing this. But you can see everybody is very appreciative. So we thank you for making your police so professional. They are there for, they are no longer. So right from the up to working very well with our police. And we requested them to continue with that spirit and they go beyond that. Our chief guest, so many things have been talked of. I just want one or two. One, the issue of transport. Kindly help us and present this issue of transport. There are areas like Longon, areas like Riwo, areas like where people have been demanding for the police deployed there. I'm happy they have been deployed, but the problem is transport. If you are looking for a vehicle to help the police in the central police station, kindly think of even motorcycles to help those areas. Like Longon you cannot access easily. So even to bring a criminal to come here is a problem. So that is one of the things. And secondly, some of those areas, the environment is very harsh. Staying in these imports is a problem. It is like you are punishing your police officers. So we really request, if possible, you think of constructing some structures there. I know government has the will, but the resources are the ones that disturbing us. But I would think that you give these people priority number one. Another last thing is our chief guest, we are all retiring. We shall all retire at one time. And when you retire, you don't want to be mistreated. You don't want your package, your retirement package, to over delay. We have had several cases here, chief guest, where your police officers who retire suffer a lot in getting their packages. Some of them are even very sick. I have somebody called James God Alfred. He retired 2 years ago, but up to now the man has not got his package. He's very sick. And I
actually worked with us and have stood with us every time we call them. Anytime we call them, they always respond. So DPC and your team, people swarm are very happy with you because you are always with them in case they need you. They have told me to tell you, they have told me to describe you in these ways, that you are a strong person, you are energetic, you are noble, you are courageous, you are brave, you are friendly, you are determined, and you are a hero to people of Swarm. People of Swarm, I'm just here to speak on behalf of the people of Swarm. Remember when we needed the police most, we all joined hands, and finally we got a very beautiful or a very modern police post in SOM, and we are very happy about that. For the sake of the Honorable Member of Parliament, Honorable Eve, message to you. People, this is a message from people of SOM. They have told me 15 years pillar break. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the DPC, because he's a ground with the mayor. Thank you, Mayor Swam, and I believe Mayor Bukwo equally appreciated, and all these people were around. I want to give a very small story about this. I was elected in 2016, and I remember Madam DJ came here. I think it was during elections or after elections. Towards elections, yeah, we were here moving up and down, and you saw what happened. After I'd been elected, I came to visit one of the DPCs who were interacting and sharing what is going on in the police. I'm one of the leaders, among others, who works very closely with the police because I know what police does to the community because that's the best person who is close to that mwananchi. So whenever I'm around, I come and visit them and we share the challenges and how we can overcome. The DPC then, I think before you, decided to keep me there for over 30 minutes. I was sweating. From that day, that's when I decided, I said no. Not after Baruch. Yes, there was another one after Baruch. I think he said. Then he told me, Honorable, if 30 minutes you've been sweating, how about us to stay here for over 12 hours? So when we had a funded, was it Biarugaba who came to commission the staff houses? I was among the people who was around. That was 2 years ago. One of the things that we really requested, just as Cow mentioned, was the construction of the block, and he really took it. He took it on. I decided to follow up with your, is it engineering brigade and Ginger Road. Until the time when I was told they already got a contractor, that's when I left it there. But I kept pushing and saying, of course, I knew definitely a few resources. I remember when your team came to Parliament to face Park Central with Afande Tanui and others. I had to approach them and tell them, you came to Bukwo, you saw what happened, and they promised. So when I saw it in the budget, I clapped my hands. And I want to congratulate all the team that supported the construction of this very good building. So I know this is just a start. Actually, when I was looking at this fence, I said no. Madam IGP, women, we love perfect things. AIGP, we shall work with you, Madam Namtet, so that this place is fenced. This, for us, we're athletes. We run and jump. So a criminal can jump here and to get the criminal won't be easy. So I think we can support and make sure that we have a fence for them. Then we can also lobby and have water drilled. You had the officers mentioning about water shortage in the whole district. During this period, the water level is always very, very low. So with this big building without water, I don't know how the DPC and his team is going to keep this place clean. I know we can lobby through friends and partners, make sure that water is drilled here to support. I also wanted to request you for a special consideration during recruitment. Whenever recruitment is done, actually in our sub-region, Bukwo is always given the least slot. And this time, you've seen how Bukwo has grown now that we have a big facility. We request that when we are being recruited, you can be our special ally and make sure that our slot is raised, and especially under the sports docket that you're in now. I am glad that we are with the right person. Shall give you names of some sportsmen and women. I remember we raised this issue to the HE and told him we have very good sports men and women, boys and girls, but unfortunately, maybe they haven't reached senior form, but they have the talent. And the president said, we have to align them, either the joint forces, police, or who has been supporting us. I believe police also will support us, have a special consideration so that this talent is not wasted. And at 11 p.m., there was somebody who had been killed. I found him personally going there. I asked him, DPC, where are you? I'm told somebody has been killed. So when the mayor was mentioning, he was not just sugarcoating. but he was really speaking the truth of how he's been working so hard with the entire team. So I want to thank everyone, each and everybody who has come here. Thank you for this. This shows the love. You see, the whole book, the cream. Whoever has not come must have just had a problem that they wouldn't be here. But because of the love that we have for our district and the police, it's the reason you've seen from the top to the bottom that we are here. So, Madam, as you go, want to wish you well, want you to take our special regards to the IGP, with all your honorable, your colleagues, the AIGPs, including Chekuma Biata and others, who have been so instrumental in security issues of the Bay sub-region. And definitely, Afande Iga, thank you very much for being there for CP region. We are seeing that CP region has no problem. We've never brought any issue to you because the DPC is handling. May God bless us all, and I want to wish you the very best. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to observe all the protocols as earlier stated. My name is Bessie Angelo. I'm the resident district commissioner. I want in a very special way to welcome my dear sister to my district. Before I proceed, I want to recognize my team, all the members of the DSC who will support me in decision making. Can I have all of you stand up? So the chairman of NRM step in. Chair, I want to recognize you. NRM oye, NRM oye. Just a brief. Madam Chair, Bukwo District stands at the center of in the eastern of the district, and I want to commend all of them for the stability and the security we have enjoyed for approximately 6 months. We do not have very serious issues, and for that reason, I want to commend the RPC for overseeing these men and women in uniform. Commander, thank you very much.
Asante sana.
Our guests tonight, I want to appreciate the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and especially the IGP for identifying this district as one of the vulnerable districts, but with the highest record of crime. When I came in here, the statistics were showing that Bukwo was among the third districts as far as crime rate is concerned. But I want to state, Madam, that we have tried as much as possible to reduce the crime rates. I know our men will give you the statistics. I may not say it now here. I want to appreciate your office for completing this project in a record time. I came in here, we started this structure. I'm just 1 year old, but in a record time, we have completed this structure, and I want to thank the construction team. I think he's headed by my brother over there. The names again. You have taken in this construction of this facility. Madam, Bukwo, like any other speaker said, is a hard to reach district. And its operations are complex in nature. But I want to thank you so much that the men in uniform in this district have been working on a holistic approach and very patriotic, given our standards. I will not comment. You understand? I want to thank them.
Good afternoon. Paul, I'd like to coming to witness work which has been done internally by the institution of police. But before I go ahead, allow me invite three of my colleagues from political people. Thank you for coming. My name is Superintendent of Police, Tuesugaporo Engineer. I was the focal person here. Actually, I'm the one who delivered this structure. The challenge which I found here, the people are cooperative, but it's hard to reach the area. So even getting material, it is not only forces who are affected by the hard to reach and these mountainous areas, but it is since I started I am in for 17 years, and I have it was also hard to reach, but we managed it. I thank my team. I thank for all support. If my engineer here, if he was not around to support me somewhere, delivering this structure here, it was not easy. I thank the district people who helped us, who were close with us, who could ask here and there and they tell us water get here, something get it here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All the district officials. 1st July, if my memory serves me right, all neighboring communities that were bordering Karamoja, there was state of insecurity. And as such, would like to thank His Excellency and the IGP for thinking wise to establish coordination centers, to establish us to know and to stop impunity in all the border points. And Bukwo was one amongst those that benefited with a zone of 5 kilometers from here. Yeah. And then you have another in Kolir, another one in Katakwi, another one in Morulem and Abim, another in Lapono in Gago, another one in Agor. So all those were done deliberately to enhance security. When that the next we appreciate and thank the district management and the about 2.5 acres. About suspects were kept. Actually, everybody can see the uniforms. And there are cases where hardcore criminals actually escape from what? From detention. And these are the same people who come back to terrorize this community. So police management saw it wise to establish actually this structure along with we should thank our area MP and our councillors actually for advocating so much for this place. So then there was an adequate funding, and construction was launched in the financial year 2023-2024 with a view that it would be phased. And I think it was commenced 2023 December. Madam Chief Guest, I'd like to report to you that all this facility, along with others, was entirely done by in-house capacity. We've not subcontracted anybody to do any work here. We'd like through you to thank the Inspector General of Police for this opportunity and tell him that we have more capacity to build bigger than this and in more places. Yeah. So Madam Chair, this structure here was able to be completed in a period of about 8 months upon getting the second release or second phase of funding. And there was a time lapse between completion and this day when you're commissioning it. I think MP can attest to this. This has been inactive for some time, and we pray that in the near future, when a structure like this is completed, we occupy it so fast, because the longer it takes, it starts deteriorating so fast. Madam Director, we still have other challenges. When you look at that facility there, we still require more funds to actually put up infrastructure. I do not know whether the water and sanitation is adequate. We still want a little more funds so that we address the sanitation in this place. I have moved around. I've been informed of inadequacy in water, but it's not our role actually. It's actually the work of Ministry of Water, and we promptly pay them whenever they give us service. With that, Madam Chair, I do not want to take a lot of time because so much has been said. I bring you greetings from the Director of Logistics and Engineering. I thank you so much.
I'm Assistant Inspector General of Police, Dr. Hadija Namtevi, the Director, Welfare and Sports in the Uganda Police Force. And I want to register apologies from the Inspector General of Police, who was supposed to be here to officially commission this infrastructure. But allow me to stand in those very big shoes, and hopefully that I will fit in. First of all, I want to appreciate the people of Bukwo from the numerous speeches. Unlike elsewhere we go, where there are accusations and accusations against police, hopefully it's not sugarcoating that when I leave, you go back there. But I know it can never from somehow. But I'm very appreciative of the support you give to police and the way you appreciate police. But I want and your entire team, because you are the ones here on ground, because it took a whole chairman Swam have even put a poem praising the DPC. But that is a very big statement for you, DPC. They said you are noble, you are hardworking, you are committed, you are what? You are what? with all those qualities, there shouldn't be any crime here. That is what it means. So don't take those words lightly. You get it? Don't take those words lightly. You must ensure you live up to them. And if you live up to them, people of Bukwo are going to enjoy. Secondly, I want to appreciate the region for guiding the district team. Madam RDC, I want to appreciate you so much for coordinating security in this district. I want to appreciate for building our in-house capacity and delivering. You know, when we know our problems, and that's why you see that they can put up designs now which can serve the purpose of a police station. All departments are catered for. I am glad that we have graduated from the other environment. I was here in 2016 for the elections, but then we came to if you still say this is a hard to reach area, to me now, I see this is a soft area to reach. Those days, reaching Bukwo was terrible. Going back, I had to go to Kenya because it was really those hours. But we want to thank government for the development, for the road. So, as police, our mandate of protect, you know, it is in Article 212. I know the MPs want to listen about articles, the Section Z clauses, because they are the ones who enact these laws. So as police, we are established the Article 211, and the Article 212 gives us our mandate, which is very common to everyone: protection of life and property, ensuring law and order, prevention and detection of crime, and cooperating with other security agencies established by law. You know, there are some other security formulations, but those which are established under the law and the civil authorities and the population generally. That is our mandate. It seems very small, but when you reflect on that mandate, it is very big. Delivering that mandate in an environment which is not conducive is likely to make us fail. Like somebody said that you would, when you would find a DPC in his office with a suspect, you would ask who is punishing who, sincerely. So the DPC will be forced to release a person. So we want to thank government, first of all, through Parliament, for appropriating us funds to put up such infrastructure. And I want to thank the Inspector General of Police for considering Bukwo. At least somebody said those days they would transfer a person here, and the next day, actually Bukwo was one of those references of police officers. Somebody would even threaten you, I will cause your transfer to Bukwo. You know? But at least now that somebody comes comfortably, you make the environment conducive for a police officer to perform his or her duties. So we want to thank the Inspector General of Police and the entire police management for considering Bukwo. Like they have told you, so many police stations or establishments or units don't have this infrastructure. But for you to come on the list of those stations to be considered, we don't take it for granted. There is a way security is before. Police had to be here I must appreciate officers who have worked here, even in those harsh conditions, but they persisted. So thank you for exhibiting that level of patriotism, but also we must relate that to the support given by the community members. Currently, we are implementing a presidential directive. You know, the president directed police, and once the president directs to offer our policing services based at the sub-county. Getting our services closer to the community. A lot of community members, including police, which are related and as we have heard from the RPC, a total number of 155 personnel. Before, I want the DPC to tell us the total number of police officers you had in the entire Bukwo district. Which have not yet received. So this is, they have all that we shall not wait to go, and we can give the station has been here with infrastructure and we are working. So we are going to solve the problems along the way as they come. So for those areas where there is no accommodation, community leaders to support police and accommodate them as we do build the capacity in terms of money and to come and construct fully-fledged stations in those sub-counties. So I'm aware that crimes in this area, like the RDC said, it is really interesting that a district, I don't think the population here that reaches around even 300, 200, but being the third in the country. I did not know last year to establish how you fared last year. So, but this infrastructure and the support from everyone, we can do better and eradicate crime. Crime is one of the impediments to development. Even fear of crime can deter people from participating in productive activities. So I want the police officers here to know why we need to secure this country. Your services are key for the development of this nation. Whether you come from where or from where, the developments in Bukwo entirely contribute to your own development as an individual and where you come from. Because when you are serving here peacefully and you deliver services, people here are paying taxes. We have athletes here who have brought Uganda to the international map. You know, sometimes our people don't reflect when they see the Cheptegeis. I think here they used to come Chiprotik, Kipsiro. So those people who come from here, when they go and run on international scene, that is the sports tourism. When the tourists come here in Uganda, they pay money, and we all benefit from that money. So it is very important that this area is safe for everyone to participate. and it is our core mandate. Police, we are in the lead of ensuring internal security of our country. So we are almost in election period, and you see this sunshine is not as hot as the elections. The MPs here are they have started feeling the heat. The heat of elections is hotter than this sunshine, and for all of us, because as police we must ensure that the elections are delivered in a peace and secure environment, isn't it? So, officers, please don't sit here comfortably and you say we have reached. Actually, this infrastructure should make us work harder to ensure, because now we shall not give any excuse. Now we shall bring other challenges, but as far as officer accommodation is concerned, you have the best sales. It's not good. This is, I want to commit as police that we are committed today to providing tools of work to our personnel to better them. But I want to ask you, the DPs and your entire team, maintain this infrastructure. Please, please maintain this infrastructure. Look after this building as though you are looking after your own house. We have a bad culture of not maintaining things, but please take it as a treasure because it helps you to perform your duty. I have come here today, tomorrow I'm not here, but I want to come back next time when this building or even the person who will take over from you in case you are transferred finds it in a better way, so that we don't spend money on repairing things. Instead, we put up other infrastructure so that we add on and improve our conditions. I will ensure that I deliver this. Transport has been a problem to all of us, but I must assure you that police is procuring vehicles for almost all DPCs and for those regions which do not have vehicles. At least I'm sure that the DPCs will get vehicles, and also with the sub-county, the sunshine is, but let me endure. Maybe it will also caution me to not to speak a lot. The buildings and the radio communication, the counter phones, that is the standard of the sub-county policing model. So we said, let us start with the personnel. At least they can offer services even if they are under a tree. But well knowing that at the end of it all, we must provide all that infrastructure to enable them work very well. So transport is going to be worked on, but the first one will be, I think, the districts which are lacking motor vehicles. We are procuring new vehicles. Recruitment. What guides the numbers on recruitment is the population. So police sets a quota as per the population and also as per the number of people police is recruiting. So very soon we are going to announce, I'm not so sure of the number. If they say we are recruiting 3,000 recruits, police will sit. Bukwo has how many people? Population is 300, and maybe out of they say we want 23. We want 23. The sports people, I would wish to urge you that let us encourage our sports people at least to attain the minimum requirement of education that allows you to be deployed in public service. You know, sports goes with age. After you have retired from sports, what else can you do? So it is good to nurture the talent as well as at least to attain a minimum standard. To regularize them, you find they don't have those qualifications. And government through public service, because we are under public service, has set a minimum standard of education for a person to be recruited under public service. But we appreciate Surveyland for giving us this talent. So the recent uh, Olympics which took place in France, police contributed to the national team. And the only medalists, that is Cheptegei and Perus, we are from the police force and from this land. So are we not happy? So that is as far as recruitment. I think we are still one of the biggest recruiters of sports people from this land, but let us encourage them to at least acquire minimum standards of education. When prisons, in forces, we work in the jail setting, justice, law, and order sector. So we have the police, the office of the DPP, the judiciary, the prisons. That's how things move. We are at the entry of the justice system. We investigate, we arrest, we process a person, we send to office of DPP for guidance and prosecution. We present to court. Then if a person is taken to prison, we are still in that chain. So if a prison facility is in a soul state, if they escape from there, we still have a job. So we work as a team. So ably, I will take this because it affects us, and that is the partnership, So we need to. I'm going to ably through IGP. This message will reach to the Commissioner General of Prisons, both the infrastructure and the transport issue, and even elsewhere where prison is facing the transport problem. You find they fail to take prisoners in prison and they bring them back to police. So we share problems as forces. I must appreciate identify people who deserve to be promoted, but promotion it should not even be demanded. It is a recognition of hard work. It is a recognition, and it should not be even demanded. The system should automatically recognize and reward. And must report to you that from 2016, police had a backlog because there were issues and we almost did not promote people for about 7 to 8 years. And we had a backlog, and we only started promoting in 2021, 2022, I think also 2023. So for all the officers who are deserving and whose promotions have been delayed, I must assure you that police headquarters